Hello there, people of YouTube, and welcome to today's video. Today's video is a video I've never really talked about before, and I thought I'd do this for autism awareness this year, because last year I did me saying, just straight up saying that I have autism and saying it's okay, and just talked about a little about that I'm fine with having it and stuff now, whatever, I can't remember what I exactly said, but this year I decided to do how I found out I was autistic and stuff, so, in my experience, I've never really talked about this, properly with anyone. I don't think I've even talked about it at all, so, and I'm just doing it on YouTube, so it's just see how it goes, I suppose. It could help someone who's just found out they are, and so, yeah, just know it's okay. Yeah. I get into my little story and how I felt and my reaction, how I remember it. So I've never talked about this, only to myself a few times, but that's it. So now I'm just doing it on YouTube so that anyone can see, but that's okay. Alright. Basically, at my school, there was a communication centre, there was this communication centre at school, which that's basically people with learning disabilities go in there, people who are autistic like me, people who have dyslexia, probably ADHD and other things like that. I knew there was a lot of people in there who had autism, and I knew this one person in there who had dyslexia. There was probably a few people, but we didn't all know what all each other's disabilities, because some people are open about it and some people are not so open about it. And back then I weren't. I didn't even, back then, when I first started at high school, my mom and that put me in, the communication centre to, help me, because I've always had a learning disability, so it would help, and I was always had selective mutism, so that was another thing, but mostly I think I was in there for my learning disability, so it helped me out and all that, which is good she did that, because I liked that centre. I just felt safe in there and all that. It was just a really nice place, so I think all schools should have one. Sadly my college doesn't have one, so it kind of sucks at times, and sometimes I'm I wish it had one. So I liked that about my school, how it had a communication centre for people like me and make us feel safe and all that. I think when I got older, when I was in year 9 or something, they wanted to get me tested, or whatever the word is, go to the doctors or whatever, I don't know, I can't remember what it was like to be diagnosed with it. I'm just saying what I remember. They wanted, because they had a feeling I might have something like autism or something probably, so they wanted for me to go to get diagnosed and see what I had, and I turned out I had autism. And anyways, sorry, I might go off topic a bit, and I did actually plan this out a little bit, but I didn't script it word for word. But anyways, we're sorry, back to the video. I ramble a lot, so yeah. So I was diagnosed with autism, and yeah, I didn't know. I think it took a few weeks for them to figure out, probably, and I was diagnosed when I was 14 or 13, by the way. I didn't know my whole life, so yeah. So I got diagnosed quite late. I wasn't diagnosed quite early or anything, so pretty much most of my life I never knew I had this, and I think it's 4 years or something, or 5 now, that I know I have it, so yeah. I don't know. So I was diagnosed around 13 or 14, and I think I was in year 9, so yeah. So I think it took, I can't remember everything, so I'm just trying to remember and stuff. So I was diagnosed with it. It probably took a few weeks for them to figure out and stuff. I don't think I was diagnosed with the wrong thing or anything. I know I've always been diagnosed probably with a learning disability. That's why I always had help. I always had a TA to help me with my work, and I still do to this day, even in college, but it's completely fine. Some people need extra help, and that's completely okay. Yeah, no, I was diagnosed with selective mutism because I pretty much had that my whole life, but I was never really diagnosed with autism until I got a bit older, until I was 13 or 14. Anyways, so it probably took a few weeks, yeah. And then one day I came home from school and I went into the living room. I was probably going to watch my iCarly and Victorious, because I was probably really obsessed with it at the time. So I was going to probably watch that on TV. I'm not so obsessed with it anymore. I probably would actually still watch them both, yes, but I'm not really like, oh my god, yes, Victoria Justice wasn't focusing on how my music taste has changed a lot. Besides the point. Yeah. So I remember just coming home from school one day and going to the living room, and my mum was sitting on the sofa, and then she just straight up said to me, she might have said it in a nicer way, but this is how I remember it. She was like, I think she was, I don't know what she said 100%, but this is just how I remember it. She was just like, she probably said hi and all that, and be like, welcome home, and so she just straight up said to me, you have autism. I was like, wait, what? My reaction was like really confused, and I kept denying it because I didn't know what the hell it was. I knew one of my friends at the time at school had it, and he was also in the communication centre, but I didn't really know anything about it or what it was. I respected him. I didn't really, I respected him for who he was. He was a cool guy, and he was a nice guy and all that. I mean, he still is, but I'm not really going to talk about him here because I'm not gonna. I don't want it to come off like I'm bashing him, because I'm not. He's a nice guy overall. Yeah. Obviously I'm not gonna say his name. I don't know if anyone knows what I'm talking about, but I'm not talking crap about him, okay? I'm not trying to. I'm not gonna say anything else. I'm gonna shut up. Yeah. I just knew he had it, and everyone pretty much knew he had it. I think he was open about it, and he just didn't care, which that was a good thing. He just didn't care. Yeah, that's the one thing I liked about him. He seemed to not care what people thought. I think he seems happy guy, and and I was just really confused when I got home. And then my mum said that, and I kept denying it because I was confused. I didn't know what it was, and then I ran to the bathroom really confused. I think I was probably a little bit sad, mixed emotions, but I don't think I cried exactly. I was just like really confused more than anything. I was like, what? What is this? And then my mum, I think she was just like, don't worry, it's okay, and all that. Like, I was freaking out, basically. I was like, what? No, I don't. Because I didn't know what it was, and I just kept denying it. But it's because I just straight up said that, so I didn't know really anything about it, so it was like, okay, no, I don't. Like, I just ran to the bathroom really confused. I thought, I don't know if I actually use the toilet, but sometimes I hide in the toilet, but yeah, I was just really confused. And I think after, like, almost every day at school in the communication centre, like, my favourite, I'm just going to call her my favourite teacher. I could call her by her nickname, the Weirdo, but I had teachers' nicknames, and I called her Weirdo in a good way, not a mean way, and yes, she knew it, and she knew it was in a good way, because I just tried to say, I don't mean this in a mean way. I just liked how she was weird in a good way, and she was just positive, and I just loved that teacher. She was one of my favourite teacher in the centre. She was funny and all that. She made me laugh, and yeah, she helped me understand autism and saying it's okay and all that, and helped me with it, and that's nice of her, because I think she probably helped me the most in the other side. They were in year 9, in year 10 and 11, because I had her mostly in class in the centre, because there was like these little classrooms for people like us. It was really cool. I remember my friend Harry used to be in there. He's not the autistic friend I'm talking about here. I don't think he has it. So I'm not going to say his name because I don't think he wants me to on YouTube, which is completely fine. But I'm not talking about Harry, guys. Not Harry, because I hang out with Harry quite a lot. What was I saying? Yeah, so she helped me out and all that. And then they were saying it was okay. And yeah. I remember at first, I think it was like the first 2 years or something, I was really insecure about having autism, and I didn't really want anyone to know that I had it. So I never really told anyone. I think only mainly like the teachers and that the teachers knew, probably some of my family, but that was like it. Like none of my friends knew until like I think it was like a year after that. I don't know. Some of my insect friends just straight up said to me they had autism, so I was like, I have it too, so yeah, I'm not alone. Cause I think I kind of felt alone. I felt like I was the only person. I don't know if that was selfish of me to think that, but I wasn't trying to be selfish. I just, it's the way I felt. Yeah, so I kind of felt like, I don't know why I would feel like the only person if I'm in the communication centre and there's probably loads of people like me. Like, I just don't know. I felt like the only one out my friends, I suppose, but I'm not. I actually have loads of friends who have autism, but I'm not going to sit here and name them because they probably don't want me to. And that's pretty cool because, yeah. At least we somewhat understand each other, which is cool. I remember after a bit when I realised they was all guys. I know I hate gender roles and that shit, but you know, not trying to be sexist or anything here. Sorry if it comes out off that way. I'm not trying to be. I just kind of felt like when I realised there was all guys and all that had autism, and all my friends were guys that had it. Well, not all my friends are guys, but I have probably most of my friends are guys, but I think I have a bit of both, girls and guys friends. Yeah, and I just realised I was the only girl, and I felt like the only girl for a while who had autism, so I just like, oh god, I'm so insecure about it. And I remember I used to go and ask stuff and just try and ask for advice. I need to try and find this one screenshot that actually, I don't think it meant much to me at the time, but now when I went on the ask stuff and saw it, I was like, oh my. Again. I wasn't trying to attention seek because I was doing it on anon, but this is just how I felt at the time. I was like, I sent it to some people I follow, but I was like, wow, I'm a girl and I have autism, and I feel like the only girl who has it because that's how I felt at the time. Mainly boys have it, I don't know. I wasn't trying to be sexist. And it was just really nice of her to say that. You should embrace it then. There is absolutely nothing wrong with being an autistic girl, you know. Which is true. I'm sure there's plenty of people who feel like they're the only one, but it's such a big word, and I'm sure you will meet someone else who does have it. Which you're completely right, because I did in the end. And I knew some girls who are autistic, which is good. Which was nice of it. That's why I saved it on here. I don't know if she was one of my internet friends, but she was someone I used to follow on that sort of thing, and she used to use it and all that. So yeah, I thought that was really like nice of her. So I don't think it meant, I didn't really think much of it at the time, but when I went back to read it like a year ago or in 2015, I was like, oh my god, that's so sweet, I'm gonna save it. Yeah, I can't remember what anyone else said. But yeah. Because I used to send I wasn't trying to attention seek on anon or anything. I just didn't feel comfortable, and I was trying to ask for some kind of advice. Because when I felt down sometimes, I mostly went to Ask.fm and try and like ask for some advice kind of thing when I sent it to all my friends on there. Well, all people I followed. I did it on anon, so no one probably knew it was me. I remember one of my friends did that the same thing as well, because she doesn't now, because she doesn't use Ask.fm. I'm not going to say which friend, because I don't think she wants me to. But obviously, I don't think she's autistic like me, but you know. I don't so much now try to talk to someone or write down my feelings if I'm down. That's what I mainly do now. But yeah, I guess in a sense it helped me at the time, that's why I did it, and that's why I stayed on Ask.fm, because that's probably why I liked Ask.fm so much, because I felt like everyone was nice and helped me be happy in a sense, but I don't know. It's just nobody probably really gets it, but yeah, I remember I used to send stuff like that when I was like insecure, when I was really down about it, having autism and all that. It took me like 3 or 2 years to be fully comfortable with the idea then. I think it took me like 3 years to be comfortable with it. I think it was like 2015 was the year I finally, you know what, it's not all that bad, which it isn't, because of this quote, which I'll show you. Because this one quote made me realise when I was looking up quotes. Here it is. This quote: autism is like a rainbow. It has a bright side and a dark side. Even though it can be rough forever, it can be beautiful. Which is true. It can be rough forever at times, yes. It can suck at times, but it can have bright side and it can have its rough side. And it can suck. And sometimes it's not so bad, but yeah, and that quote ever since then has kind of like stuck with me. It means a lot to me, so I just love that quote. Because that quote legit, like, I was just really sad and like about it at the time until I saw that quote, and it legit, I think it made me cry tears of joy, because it was that, how it made me that happy. I was like, wait, that is true. It made me realise as well. So ever since then, I've kind of just been fine with being autistic. Yeah, at times it can suck, and I do sometimes wish I could just do normal stuff without help, but you know, having help is okay, because some people need it, and that's completely fine if you need help, because I do myself with some things, and it's completely fine, no matter what disability you have or whatever, it's completely fine. So I just love that quote, So ever since then, it kind of like stuck with me. There's this other autism quote. It's alright, but I like it because I like operating systems and stuff. That's why I like it. Autism is not a processing error, it's a different operating system, which is also true. And also, back like in school, there was this person who helped people who are autistic. I actually still see her today. I'm not going to say her name, because she probably doesn't want me to. No, that's completely fine. I still see her in college, like she comes to my college. I see her about communication stuff and that, yeah. Like, she came into my school. I literally forgot that she did until, like, she came into my college to help me. I was like, wait, what? I don't really remember her coming into my school, but she did, apparently. She used to help me with it, and yeah, I think maybe she did some speech and language with me, or maybe she just taught me about autism and said it's okay and all that, and like talk about some things autistic people may struggle with. Wait, I think I kind of remember now. I think I remember her saying that some autistic people find it hard to understand sarcasm. Wait, I remember someone saying that to me. Well, it's just true in a sense, even I can find that hard to understand, or jokes or whatever. It's like when people use sarcasm all the time, or joke all the time, and it's just like, are you being serious, or are you being sarcastic, or joking? I can't tell. It's like my dad always jokes around, and sometimes I can't even tell it's a joke, and I swear my dad doesn't understand me. It really pisses me off at times. Because, like, he could just be joking around and I get mad. I don't mean to get mad, that's just because I don't quite understand that it's a joke. Either say you're joking or something. Don't just get mad at me for it, because, yeah. It depends on... Because sometimes I can't. I guess it depends, because I can take jokes and understand them to an extent. It's the same with sarcasm. I can to an extent, but... Like, if you're always sarcastic, I'm like, are you serious? Because I remember this one time, I was just like, are you serious? And they're like, no, I'm being sarcastic. And so in a rude way, I'm like, okay, not everyone can understand that, but that's beside the point. But it's true. It's just, oh my god, it's like annoying. Like, just say that. Just say you're joking or whatever. I don't know. That's why sometimes when I'm joking around, I say I'm joking after. I'll be like, I'm only joking, don't worry. Like, if someone took it the wrong way, I try not to take it too mad. I'd be like, I'm joking. Yeah, I remember saying that. Like, I can understand jokes and sarcasm to an extent, but if they sound like you're being serious, then I can't tell. I don't know. It's just one of the things. But anyways, besides the point, I think I remember her saying that. It might be that woman, I think I remember that now. Yeah, she used to come in and help me out and stuff, and help me understand and tell me what I might struggle with being autistic. I remember them speech and language sessions. I think mostly people had like autism or anything like that may have had them. I don't know. Yeah. If you don't know what a speech and language session thing is, that basically someone comes into your school, like, speech and language therapy woman thing, I don't know, and I liked it kind of, because I got to get out lessons, so I was like, hell yes. So in a sense I sort of liked it, so I can get out of boring lessons. Back in like middle school and a bit of high school I had to do it as well. I don't think I have to do it in college, or did I once? I can't remember. Speech and language, basically when you have to like look at pictures and say what you see and all that, and like read stuff, I don't know, something like that. It's only you and that speech and language woman. It's usually a woman. They're probably speech and language men as well. Yeah, I remember those. I had to do those a lot, even like in first school, primary school, and high school. I don't think that woman, I think she might have a little bit, I don't know, but she used to help me like understand like what it is, and she's like, oh, it's okay, don't worry about it and all that. Like, she used to come into the communication centre, I think. She used to help a few people out in there who were autistic, because she knows a lot of the people in there. Like, I think she knows Harry, I'm not going to say names, but yeah. Sorry, this is all over the place. I remember like this website, well, I don't know, I remember I got more comfortable with having autism, and I kind of started admitting it more on the internet and stuff. Well, bringing it up a bit. And I remember this website called Ask.fm, obviously, and I used to go on there all the time. It's probably because I felt like it's where all my friends were, and it just felt like everyone liked me there. I haven't really been on there much. I might come back whenever I feel like it, but I kind of deactivated when I felt down, and I was kind of never came back properly. Came back a little just to quickly check on it, but now I deactivated again. I might come back. Maybe. Don't count me on that. I got that Curious Cat, and I got Tumblr if anyone asks me questions, but I don't. Maybe I should put my Curious Cat in the description, but I don't know if I'd ever be attached to it as like I was with like Ask.fm, because Ask.fm, I don't know, all my friends were there, and they still are in a sense. Yeah, I remember just like admitting it on there, because I felt like everyone loved me there, and I felt like all my friends were, so I'm more comfortable about bringing it up there, I suppose, than most things. And then I guess I started to be more comfortable about bringing it up about my YouTube a bit more, and on other stuff. Like, I'm more open about being autistic. It was a bit awkward when I uploaded my autism awareness video last year, and it was just like, yeah, I was like kind of like nervous to upload that, but I did. And now I kind of feel like everyone knows I'm autistic, real life and the internet, but don't really care that much, as long as people are not too judgy about it, but I don't really care. Like, I remember when I legit used to be like so insecure, and I was scared everyone was going to judge me because I'm autistic. But a lot of people like are really friendly about it, so I'm more accepting than I thought, which is good, because that's what I want the direction of our society to go into, be more accepting of people like that, and more accepting of other stuff and other disorders, and you know. Yeah, if that makes any sense. Also, everyone who's autistic is very, very different, so I'm very different to the autistic person you know, so that's a good thing, really, because being different is great, and we're all very, very different, and we're not the same. Being different is good, though, so yeah. So don't really start comparing two autistic people to each other, so, because they're two different people, and they're different in so many ways, okay? And it's a good thing, because being the same is boring, so might as well be different and unique, and we all are. Everyone is, really. With or without autism. Autism makes us unique. That's a good thing. And also, just because I'm autistic, it doesn't really make me less of a person, so I'm still me, I'm still Kaz. I'm still my random weird self. Always have been, but this is just like a big part of me that I've been born with and had to live with my whole life, which is completely fine. I don't mind. I've learnt to accept it. Sometimes it can suck, like I said, yes, but it's okay, because it's okay if we need extra help at times, and that's completely fine. I don't know what else to say now, so if you're autistic or if you just found out you're autistic, like, just know it's okay. There's nothing to worry about. Autism is not really a bad thing. It just makes you unique and stuff like that. I don't know what else to say. But yeah, just know it's okay. That was hopefully my story helps. Oh, I should show you this. Guys. Yeah, this post. I feel like it's quite important though if you're not autistic and you don't really understand it, and yeah, communicating with autistic people. I'm not going to sit here and read it. You can like pause it, or just go to the link in the description to this post. Not my post, but it's something I saw and I thought I'd blog it, because it's true. Like, it's just nice if you could understand us before trying to speak to us instead of getting mad at us. I wish my dad would understand a bit more, but yeah. I try not to edit this video too much, because it's kind of annoying, isn't it, when people edit these kind of videos. So this video might be quite long, like my selective mutism video. It was like 26 minutes long, but it's okay. I might put the link in the description to this post so you can like read it and stuff and understand a bit more when you're communicating with people who are autistic, I suppose, because some people just don't understand, and it's just like they don't do this. Like, I feel like this video was made most of me trying to talk about my story about how when I first got found out I was autistic and all that, and me ranting a little bit, but I guess I needed to. This video is probably really long, and I'm probably gonna barely edit this, as it's like an autism themed video or something, and I end my videos with like with happy quotes and shit. I try. I'm gonna end this video with this quote, because this is one of like the first autism quotes I found. I'm like, I didn't really think much of it at the time, but I saved it so it can remind me and all that, which is a good thing. This is what autism stands for, guys. Always unique, totally interesting, and sometimes mysterious. I'm gonna go now, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you all have a nice day. Bye, guys!